Cash another one. We just hit last night's NBA parlay. Why don't we do it again, right? I mean, that's that simple. We just cashed. Let's do it again. You can hit the thumbs up button. That would be fantastic. I'm not going to ask for anything else until the end of the video. Just remind you that, oh, yeah, by the way, we cashed again. All right, we've got 3 games, which means we need 1 leg from each. I am not going to neglect. I'm not going to play favorites here. Although the one side, my one play, and I'll just toss it up to OddsShopper for the player props. My one side, my one play here is 4.5. If you got it at 4.5, congratulations. Some books have already moved to 5.5. I'm going to get greedy. Definitely greedy Williams, greedy, and get out there and push it to 5.5 on the MGM parlay. We're not going to get bit by this one. The Philadelphia 76ers are motivated. They believe they were cheated out of at least 1, if not 2 wins by the officiating. And if you heard Tyrese Maxey, there is a sense of desperation right now. Look, the Knicks, they're well coached, I get it, but they're relying on guys, multiple guys outside, not named Jalen Brunson, and I don't think that sustains. So at some point, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, at some point, these guys will revert back to what they are. Look, I'm not trying to sell some nonsense that Tobias Harris is going to turn into an overnight all-star all of a sudden, but the reality is that the Sixers at home do have a massive home court advantage, and these games have been incredibly tight, despite the fact that Philly was up in New York. I'll take the Sixers absolutely here. The Sixers minus 5.5 here. All right, let's work our way in reverse. Let's start with Nikola Jokic, where we don't get as much of a little edge here on the market, and work our way back to our pal Jalen Suggs. As far as Jokic is concerned, look, you've got minus 155 versus the 162, true odds. So we've talked about this extensively. If you're brand new here, essentially we just want to bet that's beating this. Ours is minus 155. The market price is minus 162. As you'll see, a couple of books are hovering around that by all means, but we get a decent break, small but decent break at minus 155. Is Nikola Jokic now a threat to knock down 2 threes? Probably not. First off, how many threes is he even going to take tonight? He was 2 for 4 in game 2 at home, right? That's a big difference. 1 for 3. We've seen a couple of offers absolutely mixed in there, but he seems pretty content with a 1 for 2 or 1 for 3 night. And every now and again, you'll see like a heavy jack night, a 1 for 5, or he'll get on something and hit that 2 for 5 or 4 for 7, some shit like that. That's not going to happen tonight on the road. If the Denver Nuggets are actually down, it's not going to be, all right, man, we got to get Jokic from 3. That's not going to be the mentality by all means. So we see value in the market price, and we understand the matchup on the road against the Lakers is not necessarily going to fuel, hey, man, knock down some threes, especially if you believe the Lakers can hang and at least cover that home spread. Let's move back up to the top. One of our top plays on the board here, also over at MGM. Look, it's our second best play on the board. Oh, look at that. Jalen Suggs. Another 3-point market. Under 1.5 threes at plus 135. Again, plus 121 true odds. Okay, we're beating it. And then we see we're beating other books here as well. We're the leader in the pack. That's always nice. You, me, we're betting this knowing that we're getting the best price absolutely overall. So if you want to look at Jalen Suggs and you want to look at this matchup here against Cleveland, I think it's going to be exceptionally difficult for anybody in that backcourt to knock down threes consistently. And that's what we've seen night in and night out, at least for the first 2 games here with Suggs. 0 for 3 in game 2, 1 for 7 in game 1. Cleveland is not going to make this easy for Suggs to knock down threes. And he's either going to be content with a low volume night, or he's just going to be sporadic and missing a ton of shots. Either way, we get it at plus 135. That's fine. Let's see what it looks like. Sixers minus 5.5, under 1.5 threes for Suggs, under 1.5 threes for Jokic, plus 654. Let's roll, please. Let's do it. Let's just knock this thing out and cash 2 in a row. That would be fantastic. Built here, of course, on OddsShopper, so hopefully you've seen some value. That would be fantastic if you want to just give it a try. These are the tools we're using. I used it last night. We're going to keep using it to success, of course, right? You see, you built up a nice ticket here. You can weather any storm. You can weather any variance. Having things along those lines, months like this, years like we're having over at the site, that's what this is all about. So, as we've mentioned, this is the parlay. You want to get it on BetMGM and make it your first bet. 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Just put that link below. All right. Again, we're doing this here for you. Check it out. Check it all out there on OddsShopper. Once you sign up at BetMGM, your first bet anywhere from $10 to $1,500 is coming back if this parlay loses. But imagine if it hits. Imagine when it wins. You're going to get a nice chunk of change there. So we appreciate you all. Let's win. Subscribe. How about that? Can you subscribe? Can you be that guy and woman and just push the button and say, okay, click. I'm part of this massive 100, nearly 30,000 people community.